Hello everybody and welcome back to Formula Virtual Racing. My name is Dalton and we are here in the Red Bull Ring in not in Spielberg, it's in Styria in Austria. The hills are alive with the sounds of cars once again. And of course the sound of my co-commentator Brendan. How are you doing tonight?
I am doing very well, and yourself?
I'm okay, I'm okay. We have rain in the race. Just gonna let you all know that now. Unsure if it is the full race or not, but I will let you know. Enzo, the Austrian, has said that he's no rain setup, so he's a bit disappointed, but we are underway for qualifying here in Austria. It is such a short lap qualifying. We'll expect it to be close. We have 20 full drivers here tonight, and it is going to be a cracker as per usual. It is dry to inters, so we will be starting on the slicks and going to the wets. A good chance for drivers to showcase both set of skills. Not as always, we will pick someone to go on board with for a lap. I'll let you pick this week, Brendan. Would you like to pick who you'd like to commentate on?
Let's see who is going to start a lap. Actually, we'll go with Lewis, who is on pad tonight from what I know.
No, he's racing one-handed with wheel. Lewis has fractured his list, but here is the hot lap.
Yeah, and into turn one, and what's probably going to be a very difficult hot lap to get right. And he is looking all right through turn one anyway. And what is turn two technically, but really isn't. So here's the actual turn two. It's braking on the curb, not hitting the apex, but looking alright nonetheless, even though it's a little hot going in. And what is into turn four, where we have seen a Red Bull and Mercedes make a little bit of contact, per se. And now it through turn 5 and now through turn 6, which are similar enough, but you obviously then just want some more speed. And now heading into what is the penultimate corner. And and it's invalid.
A valid lap time for Lewis. Top time goes for Aaron McFall at 103.1. He was right behind Lewis. He was getting tow an entire lap. It is Marcel Magier with a 103.8 on a set of the mediums. Of course, we'll get the tyres up because it is a unusual. That is Can Banana on his return in AlphaTauri with a 104.1. Enzo has invalidated. Sam Davis Day is coming through the second final corner. Let's see what sort of lap time he can get. Out of the final corner comes the Dutchman. He's got pole here once before. It's not pole so far. A 103.6 for the young Dutchman. Here comes Thomas Mengens in the Ferrari, replacing Thomas Main, actually. He's invalidated. Won't be finishing on that time. That is Chloe with a 104.3 on pad, of course, as Chloe did receive her vaccine today. So a sore arm and a bit of unwell feeling may be the case there. We do wish her the best. Is there anyone else coming across the line? Tyler is going through sector 2 now. We'll stick with him, see what the Williams can set. Of course, Tyler hasn't been here in a couple of weeks. It's good to have the main Williams driver, the British Grand Prix winner, back with us. Brendan, quick question. If there is rain in the middle of the race, is softs or mediums the tyre to start on?
Well, usually the pit stops are just only a couple of, like, from soft to medium or medium to soft. They're usually, let's say, like, they're not far from each other, so it's not depending which side it falls on. Obviously, in the first half it's soft, and then if it rains in the second half, then the medium.
Tyler's into the pits. He has abandoned that lap. I'll let you finish what you were saying.
No, I think I was pretty much finished, but it will depend on when this rain falls. Some people might just go with the mediums to be safe, but obviously it is everyone's own choice. And you could see somebody take a gamble that could either pay off or backfire.
Yeah, of course, gamble. Oh, that's Adrian Teich out of the qualifying session on board with Brady Pollock. You can see him just on the outside. That is Adrian out of this qualifying. Austrian home man Enzo King has gone in third spot there. He's still a good run of form, actually, Enzo. He's had a good run of form. Aaron saying stop the count. Aaron was boasting as he actually practiced this week. Marcus Towell goes second with a 103.4. The Red Bull driver, of course, used to be Enzo's teammate. That Mercedes outfit would be a challenge for the Constructors' title, but Marcus jumped ship to Sam Davis Day over in the Austrian home team. Morgan Hitchings has invalidated Bill Nowick, the debutant today in the McLaren team, replacing Lewis Lampard. We'll see what he can set as he's coming in towards the final sector.
Well, only a couple of time sets so far. Surprising enough, obviously, given that this track is short. And quite like the man who is on provisional pole. Maybe that's who's actually at the front for once.
Aaron is a very small man. Bill Nowick at 6th, 104.0 for the McLarenman. Lewis is on another flying run as he's heading up to turn 3. Many famous incidents at this corner. We had Verstappen on Leclerc, Rosberg and Hamilton. And of course we had Leclerc and Vettel. And we had down to this corner now, some may remember, Stefan versus Ismail from Season 2. Stefan decided I've dropped my controller. Decided he didn't enjoy Ismail's presence, so he took him out and received a race ban. Here's McWilliam though, in the middle sector, trying a push lap here. This race is going to be difficult for the Aston Martin. He's on a fantastic run of form, and he's going to hope that doesn't dip. Yellow flag sector 1, that's just a slow car going slowly. Here comes Lewis McWilliam. DRS across the line, it's still going to be pole. No, it is second position, a 103.3, just behind Aaron McFall in first spot qualifying. There is going to be many laps set by people here as someone has jumped their name. That is Can, who's gone with a 103.9. His first lap was on mediums. That's Bort Bune, 104.1 in the Haas. Good lap from the young Dutchman. Avesta's going slowly on the apex as there is a car behind him. Who's that behind him? That is Morgan Hitchens in the Haas. Brady Pollock through the final sector. Here he comes, DRS active and across the line for Brady Pollock. It is only good enough for 7th, and the Alpine driver will want to be improving on that. That is not the best of lap times.
Interesting to know, much like in real Formula 1, in this case with Lewis, someone is driving one-handed.
Oh, Robert Kubica! Sorry, it took me a second to figure that one out. Oh, Aaron's had a wobble over that turn 1 curb. That's his lap gone.
Oh, Lewis is very lucky not to be out there as he collided with a pit wall.
That would have been embarrassing on a new level. Lewis, we know that you may not be tip-top today, but that would be embarrassing. Aaron McFall had that wobble over the first curve. He is 3/10 down. I'm going to back out of this lap. Luke Davis in 20th spot. Could have had a fantastic reserve appearance last week. He's in the Mercedes today. See what he can do.
And that's Sam Davis Day, who's went second.
Sam Davis Day.
Sam, as I said earlier in the interview.
Yes, of course, Brendan did a nice post on our FE at Formula_Virtual Racing Instagram account. Ones to watch today. Sam was one. Sam's now second. Luke Davis picking up a slipstream of his teammate, but his teammate was stopped, so he's just lost time with that. Final corner. Accelerate and across the line. Where can Luke Davis put his Mercedes? 7th spot. And pushes Marcel and down 1. Good lap from Luke Davis. That is Avesta, who slotted himself in with a 130.3. Fantastic pace from the Ukrainian. And that's Thomas Mentions in the Ferrari with a 103.2. And just slots himself in front of the other Dutchman, Sam Davison. And that is a mega lap from Topia, or Thomas. And he's real challenger from the pole. Yes, the second Thomas M in Ferrari this season.
Thomas M is better than Thomas M.
Yes, which Thomas M do you prefer? That's going to be a new post, I think. Marcus Towell is on a lap. He's coming up behind a Mercedes, though. There is an Alpine off on the right-hand side. That's the Williams of Chloe off on the right-hand side. I think just letting cars through in an awkward spot. But here comes Marcus Towell. Oh, that's very close to the curb. That's precision.
He's going to have to go the way here. I don't know if that McLaren is on the lap or not.
That's Marcus, who's gone second spot, and that's Aaron McFall, who has just beaten his time and improves the pole lap. Aaron McFall, could this be the return to form he has so badly wanted? He has not scored points this season. He's on provisional pole in Austria. Anybody else? Oh, that's Marcel. That is Marcel, and no, Aaron will not stay on pole as Legend Rosenberg in the Aston Martin will beat his time. And just...
And that's what he needed.
That is what he needs. Legend, realistically for the championship, needs to win this race. Preston Brennan is going to get a fantastic tow up into turn 3. He's purple sector 1. Oh, there's a lot of traffic. I can't imagine he would, because Legend is no line, so that would be hampering himself. If anything, Preston he's going to get a cheeky toe. That is Tyler, who saw himself in the 4th spot, right behind Marcus. Legend, get out of the way! Legend needs to get out of the way a little bit quicker there. That is poor. Hopefully that didn't impede Preston too much. Left-hander, 5th gear. There's a yellow flag, that is a McLaren. This is purple sector 2 for Preston Brennan in the Alpine. The young Briton was due to race last week, but he didn't. He's in the Alpine for tonight. Here we go, final corner, don't invalidate on the exit. Preston Brennan, is it good enough for provisional pole position? Lewis has just gone, but Preston beats it once again. Lewis goes on provisional pole, it's beaten just by Preston, and this is going to be a fantastic final shootout, as that is a magnificent qualifying lap. 1:02.8 for Preston Brennan to take provisional pole position heading into the final runs of this session. Morgan Hitchens has gone 18th, Liam Redmond 16th, Bill 15th, Borbune 14th, and Brady is about to start a flying lap. That is a fantastic reshuffling in the order, you could say.
Yeah, Lewis with pretty much one arm in his second, so that is a very commendable performance, and ahead of Legend, so that's not looking good for his championship. If Lewis is able to keep up with him, even despite having a bit of an...
Oh, Aaron. Oh, Aaron's just gone, why are you on a wet setup? Oh, Aaron.
No.
Oh, Aaron. Aaron. Oh, dearie me. Aaron McFall,
No.
you are a one of a kind.
Hi. Small man, small brain. I just had to get the joke in there, but actually he said it's at 30 minutes to the end, and listen.
Oh, I probably should have been. Probably should have.
But then again, we'll see.
Harry's saying Preston still could go faster. He did definitely lose time. Brady has invalidated that lap for Alpine, but you have to remember his setup may be a little bit compromised. We will have to see. Thomas Mengens is on a lap. Oh, he's got an awfully poor exit out of there. He's definitely lost some time with that. Down into turn number 4. Lewis pole position, P2 Tyler, and P3 Chloe. Okay, that's not coming through, but best of luck. Lewis and Tyler may be up there, but if Chloe can manage to come from 17th to P3, that will be fantastic. Thank you all for tuning in, though. We're just getting to the dying end of qualifying, and then we do have a fantastic race in store here in Formula Virtual Racing. The Austrian Grand Prix, always a fantastic prospect for some good racing. We have rain halfway through the Grand Prix, as the forecast suggests. But here comes Avesta Gobadi, currently last with a 1:30.3, which is a PB for him, of course. But the two Alfa Romeos having a poor session so far. He's 11 seconds up, which is a positive. Always good to be 11 seconds up on your time.
Well, yeah, honestly, depending on the context.
Here comes the Vesta. Okay, he's going to take this one in. Some drivers take it in 5th, some take it in 6th. He's taken it in 5th in the Alfa Romeo. The Ukrainian, he is a Ukrainian karting champion, is Avesta Gobadi. He races for Peugeot and something. I don't really know what. But here he comes through the final sector, final corner. This will be the second final run if it is. Here comes the Vesticle Paddy. Is it pole position? It is not. It is third spot. But it is Aaron McFall who just beats him behind. Aaron seems to be into this little bit of a slip toe where he's just tucking in behind fast drivers. It's working. Aaron's gone for a second run on this tyres to try and improve his lap even more. Legend Rosenberg is up on his time, which he needs to be. It is so close at the top of the standings, apart from Preston, who is 2/10 quicker. Legend very slidey through there. That's going to cost him a bit of lap time. How's Aaron looking on this lap? He's no toe on this lap, so I think he could be down. Of course, we won't find out as the sector split is very late in the lap for sector 2. Oh, there's someone off. That is a Red Bull Racing car. That's Legend going slowly, and that is Marcus going slowly. But Aaron McFall is going to come thundering through. He's picked up on the curb there as Aaron McFall. This might not be the best of times for Aaron. Legend's pulled off. He's going to go for another time. Here comes Aaron McFall. Marcus is slow at the final corner. Somebody has improved up the standings. Can't quite see who, and Aaron's been this lap. Aaron has been this lap. Lewis is on an out lap. So is Preston. Legend has started a lap. So is Marcus Towell. Marcus through 1. Looks good. Here's Legend through 1. Also looking good. Really good.
Tried to end his car and didn't manage to end it.
Oh, Aaron McFall moment. Lewis is going to start his time as well. Marcus, we can't quite see how he's doing, but Legend, no, we have missed both the sector splits. Marcus is just ahead of Legend though, so we will get the 2 times slotted in pretty quickly. Don't forget, Tyler and Topias still could improve in this, and so could Preston. He could improve his time even more. Certainly don't rule him out. There's some lower order drivers, Enzo Brady, don't rule them out either. Marcus pushing the limits in terms of track limits on that, but he is down on his time, and that is Aaron finally getting his car done and out. Here comes Marcus Towell. Second final corner. Oh, wobble! Huge wobble for the Norwegian, and that surely lost him time as there's a slow Mercedes in front of Legend. This could cost him, but it could also give him a humongous tow. Legend, is it pole? It is pole. It's a 1:02.8, just beating. How's Lewis and Preston doing? Preston's up. Lewis is down in the Aston Martin. Tyler he's up, but marginally. There's a Red Bull off. That is Sam Davison. Or is that Marcus? I can't quite tell. Here comes Lewis. Final corner for Lewis McWilliam. Can he snatch pole off his teammate? Oh no, he can't. Just about misses out. Preston has backed off on his lap. It will not be a pole position lap for him. Tyler is still up on his time, but with a marginally up on his time. Apologies.
Let's see now. He's still improving.
Still improving. He probably has a bit of time in his lap due to track evolution, but here comes Tyler Davison. Downhill right-hander. Final corner to go. Pin the throttle, nail it, and see where it gets you, and the lap's gone. Lap is gone, but Thomas Mentions he's almost 3/10 of a second up. Don't count him out yet. This could be a fantastic qualifying performance. Here comes Thomas Mentions. He's currently in 8th for Ferrari, the number 21. Final corner. Is it pole position for Thomas Mentions? No, only good enough for 6th. And that is pole position for the man who needs it most, Legend Rosenberg, on pole in Austria. This is still a great performance for Aston Martin in qualifying, even with Lewis going to be at a slower pace today.
Yep, indeed. And
we are going to be waiting for a few minutes for Marcus to get back to the pits, because God knows what he's doing. Marcus could have would you like to know why Preston had to abort his lap?
Yeah, I suppose that information would be nice.
He got a phone call from his mother in the middle of the lap.
Oh.
That is prime non-luck. Non-luck there. You're the word guy here. Legend on pole, followed by Preston in P2, Lewis P3, Aaron 4, Avesta 5, top 6, Marcus 7th, Tyler 8th, Sam Davison in 9th, Marcel Magiera 10th, Cam 11th, Enzo 12th, Luke 13th, Brady 14th, Bill 15th, Liam 16th, Borbune 17th, Chloe 18th, Morgan Hitchings 19th, and Adrian is in 20th. Preston has said, you don't get points for quali. In the race, it's all to play for. He's dead right. And if we have a look at the overcast scenes here in the Styrian Hills, rain is definitely on the way, Brendan. Definitely on the way. We don't know how long it is away, but it will be here soon. Brendan, as always, who will win the F4 Austrian Grand Prix?
Well, yeah, that's the thing, we don't know. Tyler might actually be in a very good position here, given that he is what you would call a bit of a wet weather master. And he doesn't want to watch, so it could be a nice little return for Tyler here, if things maybe fall his way slightly. But obviously you do have your main contenders, let's say Legend, Preston as well, and well, whether Lewis or Aaron can do that much. Well, I'm saying Lewis because of his predicament, and Aaron because it's Aaron.
You're very mean to Aaron today. Did he do something to you, Brendan? A lot of Aaron slander. And Aaron McFall is back where he wants to be. P4, a good starting position. Could we possibly see someone like Can or Luke be in the mixer here today, as they are starting on the mediums and we are expecting rain? Although, just have a look at the clouds over the mountains there. Rain does, it's not far away. There's a very misty sense here in Styria. At the Red Bull Ring, formerly the A1 Ring, of course. We'll run through the tyres for you. Can Banan on mediums. Enzo has gone with the softs. Luke Brady, Bill Nowick, Liam Redmond, Chloe and Adrian, apologies, are on the mediums, with Borbune and Morgan, both the Haas drivers, gone for the hards. Strategy will be an interesting one up until the rain, of course, because if the rain doesn't hit and all these soft runners tyres die, we will see them all trying to extend. But we're lining up on the grid here in Styria. Legend leads us away from pole, followed by Preston and his teammate Lewis. Legend's teammate Lewis, of course, that is. Aaron in fourth, but watch out for Avesta in fifth. Don't count him out, as he is a very nippy overtaker. The man who will get us lined up on the grid is the man at the back of the pack, Morgan Hitchings in the Haas. He's not at the back of the pack, but he's at the back of the formation lap, as it all just gets muddled up. But we are ready to go racing in Austria. Legend will lead us away, as we've said, all lined up on the grid, the 20 runners of the F4 Austrian Grand Prix. 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. We go racing in Austria. It's a good start from Legend, but Preston's got a good getaway. Also Lewis with a poor one. Avesta tucks in behind, and the Alpine almost making contact with the Aston Martin as they're side by side as we run up the hill towards turn 3. Preston leads. He's got the jump on Legend. A fantastic move into turn 1. Keep an eye on the backpack as there is Tyler piling into the back of Aaron McFall. The two Mercedes side by side with an Alpine there. As down the run we go, on board with Sam Davis there. He's looking for a move on Avesta. Avesta's looking for a move on Aaron. Outside, inside. Avesta's trying it. Tyler in the Williams making some moves. He's got past Sam into 6th. Thomas Mentions dropping 2 to 8th with Sam Davis and Tyler side by side. Fantastic battling on lap 1. The number 58 Williams keeps it on the outside as we have a yellow flag. That is Brady Pollock. That is Aaron McFall. That is Aaron gone, and that is Brady gone. Aaron stopped on the curb. He moves out of the way quite tactically well, but he holds a spinner. That's Legend. Legend's falling down the order. He's lost it at the final corner. He's down to 10th, and that's Luke Davis out. Oh no, he's not out. He's kept in, but there is extreme damage on that car, and there is a pitter as well.
Khan is in the pits as well, I believe.
That is Khan in the pits. Lewis McWilliam up to second, and Preston Brennan leads the Austrian Grand Prix. He leads on his first attempt at an FVR win. That is Sam Davison and Tyler Davison having a fight as we head down to turn 4 in Austria. A fantastic track for lots of overtaking prospects. Sam Davison is kept keeping this position. Apologies. This is Marcel and Legend. Legend getting another wobble as Legend's had such a poor race. That Bopune up 6 to 11. Chloe up 6 to 12. Liam Redmond up 3 to 13th. Although is there damage on this Williams? That was a poor corner. We'll have a look as the Williams coming through side by side with Liam Redmond though. So this Williams is fairly slow. We'll see. Is it going to be a... Oh, yeah, surely that's damage. Or it's probably... maybe not. Tyler Davison is right on the back of Sam Davidson. The two... Davison. Yeah, mixed up with them fairly quickly. But Thomas Mengens also on the back. The young Dutchman and Tyler in a Dutch sandwich. And we're going to go 3 wide up the hill into turn number 3. Look at that. It's a double move for Thomas Mengens. What an overtake. Marcus has got the switch. Thomas Mengens take a bow. What an overtake for 4th spot. But he's going to defend it. Marcus did get 3 of them. Down into turn 4, it's a Red Bull and a Ferrari as they contact, and on the gravel, Marcus Towell reenacting what Sergio Perez did earlier on this year. The two making contact as Tyler manages.
Legend gone.
Is that Legend gone? Legend's off again. The championship lead for Lewis is extending even more, as that is good recovery driving to get on the tarmac and get back on the circuit for Legend. But no, he's not having a good time in this. Down to 14th as Aaron McFall is looking to fight back on Chloe, but he couldn't get past just yet. Tyler ended up being the winner of this battle. He's up to 4th, but keep an eye on Marcus Towell, who is a man on a mission to get past the Williams. Lap 4:36, plenty of laps to go. The race doesn't end here.
Sam Davison is down to 10th.
Max Towell gets past Tyler. The other Red Bull is down to 10th position and behind Borbune. Tyler swapping to the outside. He's been a fantastic racer today, and he's got it done. Marcus, is he going to defend it? Tyler beautifully positioning the car as we get an obscure camera angle there, but you can really see how close Thomas Mengens is getting to the back of the Williams. This is great racing between Tyler, Marcus and Thomas so far. Sam, of course, with some good racing, but he's dropped down to 9th. He has dispatched Borbune on the hards. Borbune getting a poor getaway. They're going to go side by side into the final corner. Tyler's made a mistake, as you said there, Brendan, and Marcus has got that move done. That mightn't have been the best tactical choice, as Tyler will get the DRS down these 2 straights. A hectic first 5 laps in Austria.
Indeed. Some winners, some losers. Obviously, you have the bottom 3. And,
Legend has to be our big loser, surely.
Yep. Along with Aaron as well. Then some of the big winners.
Tyler's done the threat here from Thomas Mengens. Thomas to go around the outside. I'm sorry for overcutting that there, as they've actually made a bit of contact. And that's Thomas allowing Enzo to sneak his way through. Enzo King's got a flyer over start from 11th on the grid. He's doing really well in the Mercedes. It is his home Grand Prix. He will want to do well. Yellow flag sector 3. That is Can off as that is Liam and Bill Nowick getting a bit all shapy into that corner, and one of them running off the circuit didn't quite catch who. Khalil saying it's been 5 laps. Yes, this is Austria. This is the box, as it is known by the Williams crew, the FAO Williams crew, that is, and by that I just mean Tyler, because he calls it the box. Well, he's not far off. Get rid of that middle sector. It's a box.
It's a very funny looking box to me. Then again, I guess the education system and all this and that great.
That was no need. There was nothing the tracks ever did to you. So there's nothing the whole education system has did either. But we'll ignore that. As Avesta is up to 3rd. He's one we haven't spoken about. Aaron McFall has passed up here. Why are we dissing the whole education system? What has our commentary got to?
Well, let's move on.
Tyler's completely missed his braking there, as he's almost ran into the back of Marcus Towell. Khalil says the whale. It looks like a whale, actually. Oh, I can see that. just say the last two corners are the mouth and front of the whale, as there's the Legend getting past Chloe.
You were talking to me about education systems, and now you're talking about a whale. Aye.
Oh, Lewis has made a mistake. Lewis has made some sort of mistake. He's fallen right off the back of Preston Brennan, and Avestigo Badi is the man looking to get past him. So the first mistake into Lewis's race has crept in, but the first mistake's just crept into Avesta's, as he could have been past the Scottish Warrior, as he's being nicknamed, as Avesta is taking a very obscure line as that's contact. That is Sam Davis involved in an incident. He's lost it at turn 1. He will lose a position to fellow Dutchman Legend, but Sam and Legend, the two who were real championship contenders coming into this, both having awful times. As
more kind of flags, but I think that is just
that was at the back. That was Adrian Brady and Luke Davis. Something going on there as Morgan Hitchens looking to get past Bill Nowick, Legend looking to get past us. That is Luke Davis off in the grass. That is point here as the two Dutchmen are fighting. Sam Davis seems like he has the pace over Legend, and he's got it done for 11th spot. You never thought these two would be fighting for 11th spot, but they currently are, as their teammates are both having much better races, as Legend's almost lost it again.
Maybe if he's running a wet setup or something, maybe it's just not really working with...
Marcus has ran wide at 1. That is Aaron McFall gone at the final corner. Aaron... Oh, he's having such a poor race. This is Avestigo Badi past Lewis. Avestigo Badi has passed Lewis McWilliam for second spot. Adrian is our next man to go. Maybe the rain is coming down already. There's a lot of drivers losing control of their car, but the Alfa Romeo and the Aston Martin both having a fight here. He's had a apologies, I've stumbled over my words. He's had a thing of weird wheel spin. Poor Adrian, he's really not having a good day of it. He DNF'd in qualifying. He is currently last as the two fierce Dutchmen having another fight. Sam Davis and Legend Rosenberg. These two should really just stick together and not fight this one, but they are fighting for 10th spot. Legend Rosenberg round the outside of Sam Davis. The Legend gets the spot on this occasion. He didn't the last time, but he has regained it, as Sam's now the one who will spin, as Sam is around again. Whoa, this is not being a good race for Sam Davis.
He needs a safety car.
He does. Marcus Towell is gone at turn 1. Both Red Bulls losing it. Both Red Bulls fighting the gravel as Avesta and Lewis are still scrapping at it up the front of the grid. This is a hectic Grand Prix. That is Sam Davis losing it again, as Lewis has lost it this time. Lewis has really lost it this time, but he has managed to keep control of the car, but he will fall out of DRS as Sam Davis is into the pit lane. They both need a safety car for sure.
And see, Lewis, I see maybe some of the mistakes are starting to creep in, because with the way he's driving.
Oh, he's around! Lewis is around! And the way he's driving is not a convenient one, as he has spun and losing positions. Lewis McWilliam, this is what Legend, realistically, I know it's his teammate, will want to see to get back in this championship fight. Lewis is down to 7th spot. Lewis, Marcus, Legend, Sam, all losing it, and Aaron all losing it, all front runners losing it. Marcus in the pit lane for a set of mediums or another set of softs possibly. You don't have to do the mandatory tyre change. Enzo King, homegrown Austrian man, will try go for 3rd spot on the podium. The Austrian fans would love to see an Austrian podium sitter. Of course, famous Austrian drivers, Niki Lauda and Jochen Rindt, and of course Enzo King down the inside. Enzo's going to look. That's another yellow flag. That's an Aston Martin. That's Legend. Possibly again, as here comes Borbune attacking Lewis. This isn't a fight you'd expect to see today, but Borbune is going side by side with Lewis. Go on, Borbune. On the hards, Borbune keeps it up the inside, and he's got the move done. Oh no. Oh, he's destroyed. Oh no.
I think that both of them have done something not exactly.
Borbune has destroyed the 150 and the 50, and also hit the wall. So that move didn't go quite as expected, to say.
Kind of forced him into that one. It looked like, but I'll check it again.
Enzo picked up 3 seconds. Preston also picked up a 3 seconds. Avesta also has a 3 seconds. But here comes Enzo King, the Mercedes man, is he going to go for the inside? No. Enzo, if he wants to keep this position, this P4, he's going to have to make the move soon, as Thomas mentions, is looking good. Borpune, that is, in the pits. As here comes Enzo King. Surely this move is inevitable. Yeah, he's well in front before we reach the corner. Enzo King on the podium in Austria from 11th.
Oh, Aston's battling.
The 2 Astons, we haven't seen a battle from these all season long. But here comes Lewis down the inside of Legend Rosenberg. Legend round the outside. Sorry, Legend down the inside, but Legend has had a wobble, and that is Lewis McWilliam keeping this position. But Legend's still got to try get past his teammates. This is the points they didn't want to drop. They have a 100-point lead in the Constructors, and that is Sam Davis gone at turn 1 again, but we will stick with this battle. Topia is going to try get past Tyler, who is still going to try get past Enzo. The 2 Aston Martins are going to keep fighting as well, as they're both as poor pace as each other today.
Yeah, once there isn't really much pace for these two in these races, or maybe just not even any much consistency. And Lewis now needs...
Topia's had a poor exit. Tyler's got past Enzo, but Enzo's going to get straight back past him once again. That is good racing from Enzo. He's well past it. The 2 Aston Martins going to fight. This is Bill Nowick and Chloe fighting on the run up to turn 3, but we'll stick with the 2 Astons for the time being. Legend's got a poor exit. Lewis will keep this one. Oh no, Legend's got a fantastic run though on the straight. Here comes Legend Rosenberg down the inside of his teammate Lewis McWilliam. This one's personal as well for the championship, but Lewis has got to keep it on the outside, and they've made contact. Lewis McWilliam and Legend, the championship could all come into tears today, but Lewis loses the spot and Legend gains it, as that is Marcel off in the gravel and spun round. These drivers are, the wet setups are affecting them so much on the slick conditions. As when is the rain going to arrive? Personally, I don't think it's going to arrive before these soft runners have to pit. Look how much Lewis is struggling, and Legend.
Oh, and that's Marcel around again.
Oh, what a send from Tyler. Tyler Davison, apologies there, has just absolute sent it up the inside of Enzo King, and he's got the job done. But there is a DRS train forming here, and look who's... Oh no, sorry, that's a lapped car who's on the back of it. As here comes Enzo back past, as he's did 3 times in a row now, down into turn 4. He's got the move done. The 2 Astons are at it once again. Legend Rosenberg and Lewis McWilliam. We're only on lap 13 here, folks. We're in for a cracking end to the race, as Legend can't get past Lewis down the inside like he has tried on the last 2 occasions. Khalil asking why are they losing the car like this. It's because they're running such obscure setups for when the rain arrives. The setups they are running is absolutely appalling in these dry conditions, obviously, as Lightning Luke and Can are now both lapped traffic, as Sam Davis is lapped traffic. On lap 14 of an F0 Grand Prix, Sam has been lapped, as that is Can off again. Tyler back past Enzo once again. Tyler just... These two are probably gaining on Avesta, if anything, purely because the DRS training each other, swapping and changing so much. Thank you to everyone watching. We do hope you are enjoying. But here come... Oh, Enzo's not close enough on this occasion. He's more like rain. Rain is hit. The rain has started, and the rain has hit in perfect time for everybody. Oh, that's Topia around. That's Topia around in the Ferrari, but he has recovered well. But Lewis is now back behind Legend. These two are fighting purely for when they can pit. One of them's going to have to double stack or stay out a lap on a non-optimal tyre. Whether they pit now for inters, it's going to be non-optimal. Whether they pit a lap later than one of them, whoever's in front for inters, that's going to be non-optimal. But Lewis is struggling a lot more than Legend is right now, meaning Legend could get the optimal. Oh, Toppy is nearly spun. He's in. Toppy is going to go for the intermediate compounded tyre. Our first runner, I imagine, is Legend in. Legend stays out. Lewis stays out. Oh, Marcus and Liam Redmond both having a fight. Marcus, that's a beautiful move around the outside.
Oh, well, yeah, and with the penalties ahead, he'll probably get into positions along with Chloe. So you could have a double Irish point scoring finish today.
This race is not over yet, though certainly isn't, as Lewis McWilliam is back past Legend, as they've actually made contact. He's pushed Legend off the circuit, as there's a lapped car getting in the way as well. Legend wants to get past, because by the time these two pit, as we said, one of them is going to have to double stack or do a lap on the least optimal tyre. Legend hasn't sent it, so I wouldn't expect a pit stop for him on this lap. That's a yellow flag again. Is that Adrian Teisch? No, it's a Vesta! It's a Vesta gone! That's a Vesta Gobadi, who's our next front runner to spin. This puts a Britain 1-2. Yeah, Lewis is back ahead of Legend since the straight. He pushed Legend off the circuit at turn number 3. A Vesta spun now. This puts Tyler in second, Enzo in third. Luke's being lapped by more traffic, and they're still staying out top. You went for another set of softs. That could be a good call here, you know, because he can just push in some laps instead of having to worry, because just to let you know, the top 6's tyres are in smithereens. They're dying very, very quickly, as Borbune is our first gambler on the intermediate tyre, keeping that between him and I, between the gap between him and Adrian. Wow,
I'm getting the leader gap up now.
But he's not gaining time as of now, but we just have to wait until when he does. Legend Rosenberg, is he going to go on Lewis again? He's burning ERS. Aaron McFall getting past Morgan Hitchens in the back. Here comes Legend to the inside of Lewis McWilliam, his teammate. The two teammates are having a fantastic scrap today. But here comes Legend round the outside. Oh, this is close to contact. This is close to contact, as Legend's been pushed onto the gravel. Stop, this is too dangerous for two teammates to be at it. But Legend Rosenberg has once again proved us wrong, as that's Tyler in the pits. He's had enough. Is Legend in the pits? Legend's in. Lewis has to stay out. Legend has had enough. His tyres are too dead. He's too close to puncture. Tyler's gone mediums.
Now, I'm going to put this idea to you. We could have a case of...
Legend's gone inters. Sorry, Legend's gone inters.
Oh. Tyler probably just didn't select the right tyre. He might have forgot to change it.
Borbune has gained. Oh, Legend's struggling. I think Tyler could have pulled a masterclass here, but we need to keep an eye on Legend's gap to Chloe. It is 1 second, we'll say now, as Lewis is still continuing on, but Tyler is so much quicker than him. This is Legend may have mucked this one up. As Brendan, the rain's stopping. It's getting brighter in the track. What's Preston going for?
Well, let's see, and it is...
It's mediums. We're not going... Tyler's hit Lewis! Lewis around and into the wall! And out!
Oh,
Lewis is out! The championship leader is out of the Austrian Grand Prix! Tyler Davison has gone for a move!
Austrian is leading the Austrian Grand Prix.
Tyler's gone for a move, and Lewis is out of the Austrian Grand Prix! Lewis McWilliam has crashed out of the Austrian Grand Prix.
I wonder with a crash like that if it's hurt his arm.
Legend has lost 2 spots. It's falling away for Aston. This isn't the race they wanted. Preston has pit for mediums, and he has a 4-second lead over Tyler.
Let's just say Lewis is not happy.
I can't imagine so.
No. There's anger. And then
oh wow, okay, I've seen that. I can't even read that message yet. That is very angry. That is very angry. That it's a bit too far, I have to say. Oh, it's a close. I'm not gonna give a verdict on it just yet, because I didn't really get the best of angles. This is Avesta past Marcus Towell. As Sam is commenting on the stream. Sam, drive!
To be fair, he's almost lapped.
He is lapped. He's a lap down.
Wait, hold on.
Oh no, we've had pit. Oh no, he's almost been lapped again. As there was is that another crash at the final corner? Oh yes, it is. It's Bill Nowick who's spun round. He's on old mediums, he spun round, but we're not going to get red enough for Inter's Legend. Box for slicks, mate. Box for slicks. It's not wet enough yet. As that is Marcel Magiera past Morgan Hitchings.
He has to just keep going with this.
Sam said he's waiting for a safety car.
Well, if this this rain doesn't come down quick and well harder, you might get one from Legend, mate.
Enzo is sticking it out. Enzo's trying to stick it out, but he's gonna be passed by Preston soon. Preston's already pitted. This is going to fall away from him, as that is. Sam, you're now lapped once again. And also, if there's a safety car, that means you're not unlapping yourself. As oh, this is Bill Nowick struggling. That's Legend making a move, actually. Is it time, possibly, for Legend Rosenberg? Could these inters be coming into play here, Brendan?
There is the possibility.
Oh, Brady's almost run into the back of the Williams. Sorry there, Brendan. You can continue on.
But honestly, there is the thing of, will them inters be completely cooked by the time it actually gets to intermediate conditions?
Yeah, he could be on interslicks. As Brady Pollock is trying to get past Chloe. Chloe has had an absolute fantastic Grand Prix so far. Everything has been done to correct us. That's not a word, as this is Adrian out. Adrian has gone on the last corner. Preston Brennan is back into the lead of the FVR Austrian Grand Prix. This is Adrian. Oh, it's in the pit. Oh, no, it's not. It's there on the left-hand side. Oh, poor Adrian. He's not had a good day. He's not had a good day here. Sam, that's not needed. That's someone gonna turn one. Who's gonna turn one? I can't tell. It's a shambles here. That is Morgan Hitchens in the Haas gonna turn one. This is really crazy racing. We still have 15 laps to go, as that is Sam Davis. Your AI has just made an overtake, as this is Cam. He is out, as we have a safety car in Austria. A safety car is out, and perfect timing for the Austrian himself, for Brady, for Chloe, for Marcel.
Or not?
I don't know. I just did some weird hand actions there because I was somehow celebrating that we've got a safety car. Here's a clip of Lewis. Oh, Lewis, I'm watching it now. Obviously, you can't see the replay. I am sorry for that. There's no way we can. Sam, that's not allowed. But honestly, my first thoughts would have to say that it is a racing incident.
You can't tell enough from that. You need Tyler.
I can't tell enough from that, but I have to give a first opinion. Tyler in for a fresh set of tyres. Enzo is gone for inters. Enzo's on inters. Has the rain started? Is it wet enough? There's a lot of drivers on inters. There's a lot of them on inters. Tyler has gone for a slick set of softs. Preston has gone for some softs. Brady inters. Chloe inters. Bill Nowick has gone inters. Sam, are you back in with us, mate? I think he is. He's gone inters. Marcus Towell has gone mediums. Avesta has gone mediums. Liam Redmond, we'll see what he goes for. It is inters for the young Irishman. Aaron has gone for slicks. Brady's already pit. Marcel struggling on the inters, as everybody apart from Luke's pit now is on fresh tyres. But Enzo will lead us away on inters. Tyler and Enzo have jumped Preston.
Honestly, different pit boxes and that stuff, isn't it?
Tyler's is last and Enzo is first. With Enzo and Tyler, this is going to be a really interesting end to the race. Which tyre will be quicker, inters or slicks?
No, but the thing is, I think Tyler... I don't know. No, I think... Oh, hold on, what? No, this is confusing me. But...
Chloe's pit for slicks. Chloe has pit for a set of the slicks, which honestly, I think is the correct call. I don't think it's wet enough for inters. We have some more drivers in the pit lane, I believe. Yep, we do. That is that a Red Bull in? Is that Sam? That's Sam in. So what they've did is they've gone out and tested the inters and they've picked again. This is Borbune in. What's he gone for? Borbune's done the opposite. He feels an inter would be better at this moment in time. Thank you to the 4 people still watching. We do appreciate your viewership. As we hope we can provide a fantastic few laps to the end of the race.
Ooh, let me check the chat here. Danny Camper said maybe you're...
Yeah, Danny has said to Lewis that it's only a game, drink beer.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, God, that's not gonna help the situation.
No, it's not. Safety car should be in at the end of this lap, if I am correct. Yeah, I wonder will it be. Aaron's just messaged me. Aaron, would you not be focusing on heating up the tyres? Because it can be difficult in these wet conditions, especially when you're on a set of slicks. Safety car should be in this lap, as we said. Brennan, I honestly, you said Tyler for the win, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Your prediction isn't looking that bad now, although he is under investigation for the Lewis incident, which Lewis isn't happy about. And we will we'll wait and see. Safety car, it's either a very late call or it's not coming in, and it's not coming in this lap, is the answer. Enzo will get at least one more lap leading his home Grand Prix. At least one more lap. Lewis is partially angry because part of the wheel flung and smacked his arm. We have pitters, we've pit action, we've Liam Redmond in. He is got to get off them inters, surely. Yeah, slicks for Liam. Legend is in. What tyres is Legend going for?
Soft.
Softs. So that's a regular, that is a tyre, the tyre swap that he has to do, I think. Enzo must just be really confident. Tyler's crashed! Tyler's in the wall!
The bump.
Tyler Davison has hit the wall and stopped under the safety car. The bump into turn 2 has flung him into the wall and out of a potential race win. And the thing I'm not most looking forward to is Lewis's comments. But Tyler is out. He's left the session and out. Safety car in this lap, and that is controversial. That is heartbreaking. Tyler's just messaged me, talk to you tomorrow, so... it's a tough world. It's a tough world, this one is. That's a tough one to take, but it's his mistake, fortunately. Enzo will lead us away from the safety car restart here in Austria. The home Grand Prix man will lead us away. Ahead of Preston, who will either instantly get past us or Enzo will get an instant gap. But Enzo King will lead us away on a set of inters, and we go racing in Austria. What's the pace like? Preston has almost lost the car. Maybe inters were the best choice here. Maybe inters were the best choice. There's a lot of tyre weaving. Avesta's weaving to get his tyres up to temperature as we head through turn 1. Oh, Preston's right on the back of Enzo, but he will have that through a straight line anyways, because that's just the way the slicks work. Top Gear is also on slicks. Preston can't go for a move into turn 3. Can anybody else take a gamble and go the inside? There's a lot of lap traffic. This is Chloe up the inside of Bill Nowick, actually, but she's made a mistake and lost the brakes. Marcus is passed on that set of mediums. Marcus has passed Top Gear on a set of mediums. Avestas looked up the inside of Thomas, but he hasn't gone for it as the gap just wasn't there. Bill Nowick has lost a position to Legend. Legend's trying to go past Chloe and Bill, and he has got that done. Legend doing what he needs to do, and his teammate is out. Avestas trying on the inside of Thomas mentions. Oh, that's a bold move, but it's a good move. Preston right at the back of Enzo. He could take the race lead off the Austrian right now, but no, Enzo will survive another lap, I think. Preston Brennan will go for it into turn 1, I believe, to try win his debut race in FVR. What a result it would be for Preston. Ignore that massive noise. I just dropped my phone in the commentary box, as that's Preston Brennan getting past Enzo King, and Marcus is going to get past Enzo King as well. The slicks have come into their own, and they've got them up to temperature. Enzo is going to have to do... Oh, he's got a fantastic exit off that corner. Enzo King is going to... Is he going to keep P2? No, Marcus Towell will get P2. Marcus is on the hunt for a race win after it was snatched away from him in Canada due to a drive-through penalty. This is Marcus Towell on the back of Preston, but Preston Brennan is doing a fantastic job to lead his debut Formula Virtual race. And this is Chloe. Oh no, that's a lapped car. She's not going for a move there. A lot of lap traffic in this race, as we still somehow have 17 runners on the slick on wet running. Vesta's gonna try go around the outside of Enzo. Surely Enzo's Inters has just given up now. No, he's gonna carry on for another lap.
No, it is wet. It is definitely wet.
DRS has been enabled. We didn't have DRS then. The DRS has been enabled. This is it. Anyone on a set of Inters, you're finished. There's no way. The FIA stewards will only enable DRS when they think that it is okay for normal slick running. So we are on slick running. This is going to be a case of, will the Norwegian... Oh, Preston's had a bad exit, and this is going to be Marcus Towell to lead the Austrian Grand Prix, the Norwegian. He's going to be a good wet weather driver from where he is from in the Nordic Hills, but he has got this race lead ahead of Preston. Preston Brennan is going to fight this one back. We're going to have a fantastic fight for the... it's still raining. I can't see why DRS has been enabled here. Preston's made another mistake. Marcus Towell leads even more, and he could find... No, he's not going to find himself under threat from the car behind, because the car behind is Enzo, who's managed to do another lap. Honestly, that message definitely said DRS enabled, didn't it, Brennan? I haven't made a huge mistake there, have I? It was DRS enabled, wasn't it? Yeah, no, they all have their rear wing open. It was DRS enabled, not disabled. Marcus is spun! Marcus Towell is spun! The race leader has gone again. Marcus is going to drop down the order even further. Preston Brennan leads once again as Avesta's sent it on Enzo eventually. He's got it done, but Avesta's struggling with the traction. This is where Enzo's keeping ahead on the straights. He's just about quicker. This is a fantastic battle between the Ukrainian and the Austrian. Avesta switches and slides, but Enzo will stick behind as Avesta Gobari will keep him ahead. But no, Enzo's just getting so much better exits on this set of Inters. But that was a bit sketchy defending from Avesta. But one man to keep an eye on is Aaron McFall here. Preston needs to just coast this Alpine home for a few more laps, and he will win the FVO Austrian Grand Prix.
Keep in mind the penalties. Of course, 8 seconds for Preston, 3 for Avesta.
Oh yes, I forgot about that. Is it 6 seconds for Preston? Oh, it's 8 seconds. He must have sped in the pits.
Probably, let me scroll and see.
He definitely would have sped in the pits as Enzo King. Oh, it's
with a lapped car.
Okay, that doesn't make any sense. But here comes Enzo King.
No, not lying.
Back in Avesta. He's going to go to the outside. Oh, that's a big squeeze from Avesta on Enzo. But Enzo is somehow keeping with these slick runners on the Inters. The Austrian's putting a fantastic show on for the home crowd, and he's got another overtake done. Well done, Enzo King. As Tapia is looking for Aaron. The Inters are starting to pick up. I am so confused with the tyres. The Inters are starting to pick up in this Grand Prix. This is crazy. This is crazy. The Inters are starting to find themselves in a good spot in this Grand Prix. Legend is right behind Marcel, so he needs to pick up some positions if he wants to take a chunk out of the championship that is Lewis McWilliam. Brady is past, sorry, Marcus has passed Brady. Apologies for that. Sport Bune has picked up a 3 seconds. That's the lapped Sam Davis, who's still driving. Fair play to you, Sam, for continuing on. Legend Rosenberg is past Marcel Magiera, like we said we need to do. It has stopped raining. No, it hasn't, apologies, but there was no rain in that turn 3 hill. That is the Red Bull of Sam Davis Day out of the Austrian Grand Prix. That's a commentator. It's got a safety car. We have a safety car. This could be huge. We have a safety car. Enzo can get into the pits and change these intermediate tyres now.
Would he want to?
I think so. Well, maybe. He seems to be doing okay. Let's see what he does. Is he in? No, Enzo's staying out. Enzo's comfortable on these inters. And this is honestly a crazy conditions race. This is mental. This is crazy. We'll see if we can get some drivers' reactions to what's happened in between this and the last safety car. Some messages. Lewis has messaged the F word karma, which is that's disgraceful attitude from you, Lewis. I thought you were better than that. But we'll see how that one plays out. But that is. Not nice from Lewis. Aaron McFall's in a fantastic position in this Grand Prix, Brendan. He does not have a penalty.
Yeah, a podium on the cards.
A podium is certainly on the cards. A race win could be on the cards, depending how Enzo's tyres play out.
Yeah. I'm saying, will the conditions continue to worsen, or are they going to come better?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Honestly, this race has confused me. This race is confusing me. Because I would have thought that slicks were better in these conditions, but there was spray off the back of Preston's Alpine. Meaning inters are probably better. It's still raining, so I can't see why DRS was enabled. Morgan has pitted, and so has Luke Davis, for fresh inters. Thank you for pointing that one out for me, Aston. The Aston Martin team boss is called Aston, by the way, and that's just the coolest thing you're going to hear all day. But, they've pitted for fresh inters. So, maybe the intermediates are the tyres here, Brendan. Maybe they are. But people like Marcus, people like Legend, I would have gone by for a good driver of the conditions. But so far, the only man who seems to be doing well in these mixed conditions is Enzo, because Enzo somehow is on the what would be the traditionally wrong compound of tyre, and is doing a good job still in second. A home podium for Enzo it'd be amazing for the Austrian crowd. Aston is the Aston Martin team boss in 2 leagues. That's an even cooler fact you're going to hear today, folks. Sam, no. Okay, no. Sam, Jesus. Right, anyways. That is, will we get the safety car in this lap is my next question.
By the way, I'll have to go straight after this race.
That is okay. We will have post-race interviews after this, hosted by me, of course. But Kyle has said Enzo for the win. Hello, Kyle. Welcome back to an F4 stream. We haven't had you here in a while. But welcome back. Kyle says Enzo for the win. The man who's only ever won in Azerbaijan. We're going to get another lap of safety car, which helps Enzo even more. I'm sure he'd love it to finish under safety car because he would take the win. We'll have 3 laps of sprint racing. If you haven't seen enough sprint races today, you're going to see another one. Brendan, you said Tyler for the win. Do you have any new predictions now?
Not really. I'm not going to curse anyone.
Not gonna curse anyone, so we will have to we'll have to wait and see who takes the win. One more lap under safety car. They're all on old tyres, well, oldish tyres to some extent. Preston could be struggling on them softs soon enough. Khalil saying, is that Kyle? Well, the user with Kyle in his name might just be Kyle. Safety car will most likely be in this lap. We'll have 34, 35 and 36 of sprint racing, and if that's not an exciting prospect, they're all on different tyres. Some are on inters, some soft, some mediums. Let us know down below who you think is going to win this race. Safety car in this lap. Khalil, what happened to Tyler? He crashed under safety car. That is what happened to Tyler. It was a poor collision, which was a disappointing result for him. Preston Brennan will lead us underway, but Enzo King has no penalties, and Preston has 8 seconds, so he's gonna have to pull a gap or try get that removed. But here we go. Let us know down below who you think will win this Austrian Grand Prix. Preston will get us underway. Avesta has almost gone onto the grass there in the Alfa Romeo. Preston, final corner, has never done an F4 safety car restart. This is his first. He held it. He's held it as we go racing in Austria. Oh, Enzo, with a very quick reaction, has pushed Aaron McFall. Sorry, he's pushed Avesta, and Aaron McFall's gone for P2 already into turn 1. There's a side-by-side. Thomas Mentions and Aaron's around. Aaron McFall is gone out of the point. Surely we have a 3 wide. Legend has snuck himself up onto the podium side-by-side for the race lead. That's Avesta having a huge wobble, but saving it back. Enzo King, the Austrian, leads the F4 Austrian Grand Prix. The Inters are quicker, as here comes Thomas Mentions for the podium past Legend. We have 4 wide almost down as Legend defends. Marcus is trying the outside. Enzo is leading by 9/10 of a second as Preston has fallen out of his DRS. Preston's disconnected with 2 laps to go, and that is heartbreaking for the British driver. Oh no, he hasn't. He's lagging. Never mind. Oops, forget that. Legend leads by 2.1 seconds. Enzo is going to possibly win his home Grand Prix. Oh, Preston spun. Oh, Preston has spun. Oh, did such a good job leading the race, and that is Preston not scoring points for Alpine today. That is not good. That is really not good. As the 2 intermediate runners have taken the gamble, and they are first and second. The slicks are struggling. Marcus is going to try it on Avesta. Legend is still on the podium, but the slicks just aren't good enough. The Inters are the quicker tyre. Enzo King is going to win his home Grand Prix in the Styrian Hills. There's a yellow flag in sector 2. I can't really. Oh, Aaron's actually his AI's pit, but he did leave. But this is going to be a hectic final lap. Avesta and Marcus fighting for 4th. We'll keep you updated on the penalties. It is all Legend has 9 seconds. He's not going to keep this podium. Marcus has 12. It will be Avesta on the podium unless Legend can get some of those removed, that is. Enzo King starts the final lap in Austria. Can the Inters just hold on for one more lap? Lap 36 of 36 of what has been a fantastic Austrian Grand Prix. Enzo just needs to keep the gap ahead of Thomas and Legend on the slicks. He just needs to find a way to hold on the Inters. Preston has picked up another 3-second time penalty in his hunt, probably to scrape some points. Down past the grandstands at the straight. Is Avesta and Marcus fighting? No, they've all spaced out. 1.5 sectors to go. Passing what is normally the Max Verstappen grandstand. But today it may as well be the Enzo King grandstand. 3 corners to go, 2 to go, 1 more straight. Can the Inters hold on? The Austrian crowd are on their feet. The Styrian hills are alive. The hills are alive, not with the sound of music. The Austrian Enzo King wins in Austria for a home Grand Prix victory. Enzo has did it. He's wins in Austria. Avesta will finish third. Marcel Maggiero will sneak up to third due to no penalties. Legend down to 6th. Brady 5th. Chloe will finish 7th for Williams. Liam will finish 8th in points for them. But the day is all about Enzo, who wins his home Grand Prix in Austria. If that doesn't give you goosebumps, nothing will. What a fantastic race for Enzo to just have confidence in his driving ability to finish on the Inters in the conditions we all doubted him in. He will finish in a race win in Austria.
All 9 seconds according to Lewis.
Supposedly. Don't know why Lewis would want that as the driver of the day. That is Chloe by the game. Well done. But I think it's Enzo. It is a home Grand Prix victory for Enzo King. We will have post-race interviews with our top 3. What a fantastic result for Enzo. The Enzo King ring, as Juan has named it, but look at that, the Austrian flag on top in Austria. He is the first Austrian Grand Prix winner since Niki Lauda. And what a result for Enzo. Your full results. Enzo King wins in Austria. Thomas mentioned 2nd, Marcel 3rd, Avesta 4th, Brady 5th, Legend in 6th, Chloe 7th, Liam in 8th, Marcus Tall in 9th, and Bill Nowick will pick up some points in 10th position.
Yeah. So, since I've seen safety car goes to Enzo as well, and we're going to say this is the Enzo ring. That's my final contribution before I leave.
Thank you for your commentary as always, Brendan. We'll try and get the top 3 in for some post-race interviews. What a fantastic Grand Prix. We'll get them in now, hopefully, for you. And you can hear from, I think the main man we all want to hear from is Enzo King. We'll try to get them in now, but of course, leave your thoughts in the stream chat. What a fantastic result. As Marcel joins me now. Hello, Marcel. No, I didn't expect you to be on that podium. That was fantastic. Where you had a spin in the first stint and you came back. So could you talk us through your race? Thank you very much, Marcel. That was a fantastic race from you. I believe all 3 are here with me now, so we'll go to Thomas next. Thomas, just like Enzo did, you went for the Inters and you stuck out. Did you feel that was the correct decision, or were you just hoping that it would be the correct decision?
Nah, I have to thank Jeroen, VRT Jeroen Muller, because he was my engineer this race, and he said that I should go to the Inters, and it was a strategic masterclass, because all the softs, they were just undrivable at the end. So yeah, big thank you to him. And I was hoping, of course, but it did work out.
And Thomas, you had a good race overall. Was there any major talking points that you could tell us about?
One major talking point is that I didn't know I would race before like 5 minutes, so I didn't have much practice, but quali was a bit of shit. I had a 3.0.
Please don't curse, Thomas, but that one's okay, we'll let it slide.
So I was 7/10 of my PB, but it was fine because in the race I recovered quite well.
And well, the man we all want to hear about, Enzo, you have just won the Austrian Grand Prix. How does it feel to win what is your home Grand Prix?
Yeah, absolutely amazing, I have to say. Like, I did not expect to win this race here. I mean, I had some good pace, but against the likes of Lewis, Legend and so on, didn't expect it at all.
And Enzo, you were on the Inters, and from the start, well, me and Brendan anyways, did not think you'd keep up, but the main thing that you had was the traction out of the corners. You kept getting past the Vesta. Where was it really into conditions, or were the slicks better? Because we couldn't tell from the commentary box.
It was really on the edge between Inters and dry tires. Between lap 25 or something, when I repassed the Vesta, I knew it was time for Inters now. Like, I had so much more traction than him and caught up Preston on that lap by 1.5 seconds, I think. That's when I knew the tires were the correct ones.
Well, thank you, Enzo, very much, but I do have a question from the chat for you. And it is from the man himself, Sam Davis, saying, how did you all manage to keep the car on track? Because he didn't.
I had a range setup, to be fair, so it was easy for me.
Just spray.
I think he did as well, which is the disappointing thing from his perspective. But thank you all so much for joining us at the post-race interview. Next week, we don't know what track we're going on, so make sure to follow our Instagram and our Twitter page to keep up with all the latest Formula Virtual Racing news. We do hope you join us next week for another fantastic race. Congrats to our podium sitters, and we'll see you next week.